Were you nervous at all before you came forward? Did you think something like that could happen? That if I speak out, then this could stop a bunch of opportunities?
Yeah. I thought that if I spoke out, yes, it could stop a lot of opportunities. But, I'm a human and I have feelings and I'm not a slave. And I don't get to be just treated horribly and not be able to speak out. It's almost like you get to be raped and you should shut up and just be raped and sit here by your rapist every day.
Yep, she just said that. She just compared. Yep, I don't have to repeat it. I know I'm already pushing my boundaries on YouTube by playing that clip because there are certain words that you even said and your video get flagged. But who's surprised? Remember when Nene said, that the ladies ganging up on her felt like what happened to George Floyd?
It was just too negative. One. Two, I felt very ganged up on. And for all of you out there who can say they don't know what ganged up on is, Google the definition of gang up. Gang up is more than one person on a person at the same time. George Floyd was ganged up on. So no, he was physically ganged up on. And I have felt verbally ganged up on many times, and that is not fair to me.
Even if what Nene said or meant made sense, you just do not put what happened to George Floyd and what you go through on a reality TV show emotionally in the same sentence. She could have used any other example. I just feel like that was disrespectful, insensitive. So I'm pushing it, and hopefully this video goes through and, a block doesn't happen. But wait until the second part of this video to hear what she was talking about when she just compared what Bravo did to her to being assaulted and sitting next to the person who did it. Like I said, there are certain words that I ban now that you can't say. I've been saying that word forever because of what happened to Candy, and all of those videos went through. But the last time I said it, the video almost got blocked. So that's why I'm censoring myself. But yep, let's go ahead and get into what she said from the beginning, and you will hear the full length of what she had to say at the end. What's up, my Vina loves? This is Vina D coming to you all from Vina Tima News. A few days ago, Nene Leakes did an Instagram Live interview with the Jasmine brand. She talked about, of course, her career, her new businesses, everything she have going on in her life, some personal family issues, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and of course, her favorite person, Kenya Moore. She talked about Kenya, all right? So if you missed that video, go ahead and watch it. The last one I uploaded before this one is part 1 to this video, okay? Also, I've included the link in the description below if you missed that video. In this segment of Nene Instagram Live with the Jasmine brand, she did mention the reason why she feels like Cynthia Bailey should no longer be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I want to talk about people that you had close relationships with on the show. Yeah. Portia, Marlo, and Cynthia. Now, I'm guessing you saw Cynthia's interview with Wendy. And
I didn't see it, her entire interview. Some people did send me the clip. I refuse to look at the clip because this is just me helping myself when I do things like that, because I don't want to have an outburst. Even though, I'm working on me still. Certain things somebody say, it may make me come back, and I don't want to come back. So, yeah, but I was told what she said.
Okay. Essentially, I think there are rumors that she's not coming back to the show. And I didn't. Okay, so I think...
And there's no shade. I mean, I think that, the moment you say that, people take it for shade. I was asked my opinion, just like you just asked me, who do you think should come back? And I said Portia and Kenya. So I was asked my opinion. I just gave it. Wendy asked her opinion. She gave it. It doesn't bother me one way or the other. I don't think she should be there. That's just my opinion. I think she'll be a good friend to the show. I think that she will come up with an excuse like I live in LA now or something like that, so she can, and that's why I decided to not do the show, but they decided they don't want you on the show. But I get it. I just don't think that she hasn't brought anything to the show in the last few years. It's very stale. Not only her, there's also at least one other cast member that should not be returning to this show. It is not fair. The people know it's not fair. You viewers know it's not fair. And y'all need to tell the truth about it. I think that people root for people that they should not be rooting for. And people are getting in places that they shouldn't get in because they have been a house for so many years.
You have been vocal about you thought Cynthia maybe wasn't a good fit for the show. No. But I'm not being funny. Who's this other person that you feel like shouldn't be on the show anymore?
I'm not going to say. I think the viewers can pick that out on their own.
I see in the comments.
I just don't think that the person should be on the show. I think they are very dirty. They appear to be clean, but they are a complete mole. And I promise you on everything, they are a mole. All I'm saying, listen.
Got it.
Nothing new, nothing to see here. Nene been saying this for years, even when she was on the show, that Cynthia Bailey shouldn't be on the show. Most of you feel like Cynthia Bailey is boring and shouldn't be there, forgetting that every reality TV show needs a balance, right? So even though Cynthia Bailey might be boring to some people and her storylines, to some people doesn't have substance and all of that, they need a villain and they need their love and light, because we all know that yes, Cynthia Bailey is beautiful, she's sweet and all of that, but she also have a different side to her that she pretends in front of the camera that she's one person, but we can also see from things that she's done. Just my observation, no shade towards Cynthia Bailey, just simply giving my opinion. It doesn't mean that she's not beautiful and a great person. So Nene isn't saying anything that we have not heard before. I mean, you've heard the nickname flip-flopper when it comes to Cynthia Bailey, and we've seen the show and have seen everything Cynthia has done. But I get it, whether she comes back or not, we shall see. So Nene isn't saying anything we haven't heard before. However, she made further accusations against Cynthia Bailey and Candy Bearers that, they are doing some dirty things behind the scenes. So let's get into what Nene had to say and some more of my commentary. She also mentioned another housewife who she feels shouldn't be there, but she did not say their name, but we all know, well, at least I know, she was talking about Candy, because when she was going on her rant a few months ago, the nicknames that she's calling Candy now, she basically called Candy the same name or made the same reference in her Instagram live a few months ago. So that's how I know she's talking about Candy, because a few of you reached out to me in my DMs, who's the other person that she's talking about. So I'm going to be quiet, allow you all to hear what Nene have to say, and then I'm going to come back with my commentary.
You can say no, but is there anything you can share that we didn't know what was happening, that you would be comfortable kind of explaining what that was going on behind the scenes?
The only thing I would say publicly at this point is they had help in doing what they did. There were a couple of girls on the show who, I don't know if you remember Gabrielle Union speaking out when she had an issue, and there was one particular guy that, she called like the house person.
You have someone else over there that's taking opportunities that's coming to the people that you claim are a big star. You have that person taking their opportunities for themselves, okay? Or taking those opportunities and making them disappear. Now, see, we ain't gonna be able to stand for that. We have a Terry Crews on our cast, and I'll let you guys figure out who that is. Terry Crews need to stop. Stop, Terry Crews. Miss Crews. Okay, stop, girl. You are not a leader.
In the whole Terry Crews thing, she's talking about Candy. She said there's somebody on our cast, not in the franchise, on our cast. Okay? And then she said you ain't no leader.
And there's two girls in particular in our cast that are like the house people. You know, back in the day, they called them house whatever. I'm going to call them a house snitch. They appeared on the show as one thing, and actually behind the scenes, they were a whole mole. So I'm comfortable with saying that they had help in doing what they did, which is unfortunate that Black women are behind closed doors doing things to harm another Black woman to that degree. You know, it's one thing to be on the show and we talk about each other and shade each other and make comments in the press. It's another thing when they're behind closed doors doing really, really bad things.
Okay.
Things that I wouldn't even be comfortable with saying publicly.
Okay. So there are at least two women that you feel like behind the scenes were doing things that
I don't
were counterproductive.
I don't feel like that. I know that for a fact. I have receipts to that. I know that to be very true. And I watched it for a period of years myself with my own eyes. And I knew it was happening. I couldn't stop it from happening, though, because obviously the machine is bigger than I am.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do these two women know who they are?
Do they know who they are?
Do they know that you know who they are, allegedly? Do they know you know?
Well, if they don't know, they know now. So I think they know who they are. If the shoe fits, wear it. Obviously, in my opinion, they are two women that should have never been on the show this long of time. The only reason why they have been there this period of time because they have worked for the house and they have been hands-on with, trying to bring people down. It's difficult. It's not like you would think bringing you down as far as saying negative things in the press. It's way deeper than that behind closed doors.
Okay.
Or did you not sit in interviews and wanted everyone to get fired? You want these same women to stick together and come to your aid when you wanted all of them to lose their jobs at one point, and probably the same room you're accusing Candy of sitting in and not defending or helping whatever. It's the same room you once sat in and suggested that certain people be fired. So basically, you're just getting what you put out there, and basically it's your turn. That's one thing about Massa, okay? They will make you feel like you have a seat at the table, and then one day they will just pull that seat, okay, and watch you fall. And that's the reason why when you are on your way to the top, the same people who were around you and there for you and help elevate you, when you get there, you don't look down on them, because those tables, one thing about them, they always turn. The one who digs a pit will fall into it, and whoever rolls a stone, it will come back on him. Proverbs 26:27. Nene is basically simply getting back what she put out there. I'm just going to throw allegedly out there because she didn't say Candy name, but she's talking about Candy. Which is interesting to me because Nene is the same person that said Candy don't run nothing at Bravo and Candy isn't important and that she's the HBIC and the one, Nene Mayweather and all of that. Don't let me drop one of my favorite clips. You know what? I'm going to do it.
Are you good with Candy? I never know where I stand with these girls. My name carries weight. I'm the heavyweight champion of the world. So it's that time. So I'm sure you guys will be hearing a lot of stuff. And of course, they have to use my name because I'm the heavyweight champion of the world. Just call me Nene Mayweather. And you understand what I mean. Everybody want to come for the champ. So I'm a champ over here. So they trying to come for me, but it ain't gonna work.
For someone who's the queen the one, the HBIC, the threat, Nene Mayweather, her name carries weight, and Bravo and Andy Cohen and the other producers, listen, if you are that powerful, you don't need to do any of this to keep your peach. Your peach should be secure. There you go, okay? So for her to say all of those things about Candy, but then turn around and call Candy a Terry Crews and a sellout. I know she didn't say Candy. She said, figure it out, guys. There's nobody else that's getting shows back to back that have so much power at Bravo than Candy, okay? So she's talking about Candy. But one thing that I do want to point out is I don't care, okay, how much Paul, Candy Burrs, Cynthia Bailey, or whoever have over there at Bravo, Portia, when the producers mess with you, it doesn't matter what anybody says. If they want you there, you will be there. So when they messed with Nene, it didn't matter what she did. She stayed, okay? And the same thing goes for Portia. If we start to list everything Portia did on that show and is still doing, we will be here forever, okay? We all know what Portia has done on that show. And because someone over there at Bravo, the producers, mess with her heavy, she is still there, okay? When that time comes where they no longer mess with Portia, they will get rid of her. And that's just what it is, Nene. So if they still mess with you heavy, there's nothing a Candy, a Cynthia Bailey, or anybody could do, all right, to get you out of there. They would have kept you. And that's the reason why you got away with so much.
Have you, and I feel like I know the answer to this question, have you spoken to Andy Cohen since?
No, I have not spoken to Andy Cohen.
What would it take for you to return?
It takes a real conversation with the network. Yeah.
Okay.
It takes a real conversation. I have not been able to have that conversation.
Okay. Now, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that there were rumors that you had allegedly been blackballed. Do you feel like there's any truth to that, or had you not heard that?
It is very true. It is very true.
And what makes you say that?
Because I've had, before speaking out, I had so many opportunities on the table, even like weight loss opportunities, radio opportunities, all kind of opportunities on the table. Obviously, I've been doing this a long time. Okay, so you don't have a person that has worked every day for all of these years and suddenly everything just comes to a screeching halt. So all of the opportunities that I had on the table, they all went away. Immediately they just started dropping one by one. Any audition I had, even if I showed up and did the audition, and no, I killed it and knocked it out the park, but you just never know. All of those opportunities went away. Phone conversations with different, companies or agents, or all of those completely stopped. It's true. It's true. It's just true. It's wrong. I don't deserve that. But it happens. So, when that happens, you just, you either, I just took another path.
Were you nervous at all before you came forward? Did you think something like that could happen? That if I speak out, then this could stop a bunch of opportunities?
Yeah. I thought that if I spoke out, yes, it could stop a lot of opportunities. But, I'm a human and I have feelings and I'm not a slave. And I don't get to be just treated horribly and not be able to speak out. It's almost like you get to be raped and you should shut up and just be raped and sit here by your rapist every day.
I just wanted you all to hear the reason why she made the statement that she made in the beginning and what she was referring to, but the analogy is still completely way off, and it's just the way how she be so comfortable when she makes these examples. It's like, girl, I see where you're going, but you something else. But anyways, let me move past that because you've already heard my reaction in the beginning and saw the, flashback of the video when she made reference to what happened to George Floyd and compared it to a situation again. It's like, what is going on? Let's move on to my commentary on Nene saying that, she feels like she's blackballed and, she had opportunities and now they're all gone. I recorded something about that, so let's get into it. If you work for an employer and they let you go because they no longer rock with you due to your behavior and things that you have done, and then you start screaming racism, you start contacting civil rights attorneys, you start going online and social media and throwing alleged threats, and you start hopping on Instagram Live and calling them every name in the book, and you start doing all of these things. I do not know how many companies out there that's going to say, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm absolutely going to put my business on the line and work with someone like that. They are looking at your behavior and they're like, well, if she could do it there, she might do it over here. And you know what? I don't want no drama. So no, thank you. So that's just that. People don't want that. They don't want every time something happens, the chances that this person is going to put our text messages on blast, like no privacy, whatever. They're going, I mean, we saw her do it with her sister. I'm lost without you. Yeah, that girl. We saw that happen. So Nene have no problems putting people on blast. Nene also went to the blogs and exposed text messages with the whole Black Lives Matter situation between Kandi and Portia, the clips that we never got to see, the episode that we never got to see, and Portia hopped on Instagram Live and did an entire Instagram Live. Nene exposed those text messages.
Anyway, these are the texts that I sent her that I talked about with Kandi. So I said to her, I was talking to Nene, and I said, I was talking to Nene. I'm going to put all of these texts into my story after this live, so don't worry. And I'll sum it all up, is that there was a misunderstanding between Kandi and I about a blogger who took something out of context. Nene, who was on our show, at that last season, Nene was on the show. Y'all know who the cast is. Anyway, Nene was doing an article and she sent some private text messages to a particular blogger, and the blogger put out the text messages and they were received out of context.
So who really want to take the risks with someone that whenever a conversation or something doesn't go their way, they're going to expose all of the personal and private information on social media? People get nervous about things like that. I'm not saying Bravo is not racist, allegedly. I've posted videos showing Bravo being biased and all of that. So absolutely not. I'm not over here saying what Nene is saying is wrong. I'm just saying it's common sense. When people see that you're trouble and you're drama, there are some times that are going to mess with you. If you accuse someone of something and you take legal actions and you do what you got to do, you saw a problem, you filed a lawsuit, and you went through with it. Whether you won or they won, you did what you had to do.
That makes more sense and makes people take you more seriously than doing these Instagram lives and tweets and all of that. Because the tweeting and the constant Instagram live and name calling, all that shows is you want to embarrass them in hopes that someone gets, nervous and say, you know what, let's go ahead and call her in for a meeting, compensate her, or, do something behind the scenes, to make it go away or make her quiet. Not anything bad. I'm talking about, contacting Nene people and having a conversation. But it's not really solving anything, So it's possible that Bravo is like, okay, if she really had something on us, I understand it's a little scary going after a big network, and people like Bravo and all of that. But it's like, if she really had something on us, she would have filed a lawsuit by now and do what she had to do. But she's not doing that. She's going in circles. She's talking in circles. She's repeating the same thing over and over again. So at this point, we don't care. It becomes messy. Hopefully, Nene finds some healing, and she move on. Another thing with Nene case is that the original cast image right here, okay? Now, the white chick, we know who she is and what happened to her and why she's no longer there. She's trying to come back on the back of another black woman, Kenya Moore, who's currently paying her dust. If you missed that video, go to the Real Housewives of Atlanta playlist to watch the recent mess she did, coming for Kenya. But what do you see in this picture? Yeah, And all of those black women are no longer on the show. Do you see them screaming racism and coming for Bravo? No. Am I saying that this right here means Nene is telling a lie? Absolutely not. What I'm saying is Bravo could also use this. They're not screaming racism. All of the other black women that came on and are no longer there, yet she's the only one screaming racism, right? Nene could still possibly have a case. I'm just saying, if you claim you have a case, it's been happening for years, like she said over and over again.
And, when you are, it almost feels like abuse when you are holding something inside that's happened to you for so many years over and over and over again. A lot of time as black women, we hold a lot of stuff in. We don't want to, rat on somebody. You hope that it will change, and then it doesn't. So it hasn't changed for me since 2008. So it's my time to speak out and speak my truth. And so I'm going to do that.
Lots of opportunities were taken from me. I have tons of emails from 2008 all the way up until recent. And I don't have any problem talking about them, sharing my contracts and everything, because and the things and the emails that when these conversations were started, how these opportunities just disappeared.
It's coming. It's coming. I will be speaking soon. I'll be speaking soon. So, and I have the right people with me to speak. So I will be speaking soon. So wait for it. Okay. There's so much stuff happening that you don't even know about. But I've been searching for weeks, and I finally found some people that are going to work with me on this situation and speak on my behalf. So you be really proud about that. And I will be able to hopefully tell my side of the story and what has been happening to me since 2008. 2008. It's been a very long time. And so some of you guys may be surprised by it when you hear it, and if you hear it.
Then get you an attorney, go to court, present your evidence, go after Bravo. Just moving on in peace, focusing on her businesses, and all of that. And I do wish her and her family the best. I wish all of you the best, and take care. The end of here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.